Happy Tuesday. There it is. Good Lord. Takes it a few minutes for it to show up. Happy live edition of Making You a Bartending Pro. I'm Jason. My man Shake in the house, moderating. And okay. There we go. Nisha Bailey, Jasmine Patino, Ashton James Cashin. I'm well. How are you guys? Cheers. No, we're doing the stream. Brandon, Danike. So, how's everything doing? Today, I'm drinking water. I have a little sniffle, a little cold, so I'm just on hydration, so nothing exciting today. I'll leave the drinking up to you guys this week. So I gotta kill it, this damn thing. Making me a sick motherfucker. Amazing Callie, taking over a bar in a couple months. The whole thing, never done it before. How screwed am I? I think you'll be all right, Amazing Callie. See, taking over a bar. What do you mean by taking over a bar, and what do you mean by you've never done it before? Like, if you've never worked in a bar at all, or you've never bartended at all, then could be a little bit tricky. Ownership, never done anything in a bar. No. Excuse me, sorry, I might have a little bit of that going on this evening. And a little sniffly. Man. Taking over, like, did you buy the bar? I'm assuming, is that what happened? Amazing Callie? Happy Tequila Tuesday. Elizabeth Jardine. Brandon Ike. Yeah. Ownership, never done anything in a bar. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I'm taking the smartest thing on and learning along. Everyone says I'll do great. I mean, it's just learning how to herd cats, basically, is essentially your job as an owner. Figuring out the parameters of how you want the bar to run, what you want the menu to look like, all that kind of stuff. Current dude wants a bigger place. I'm sliding in his place. It's a turnkey operation and doing well. Carry over as much staff and management as you can, so basically your customers don't feel like there's any change of anything other than ownership behind the scenes. I think it's going to be a good bet. Get yourself a good GM, get yourself a good bar manager, and they are all definitely going with him. Oh, buddy. Well, jumping in the deep end. I like it. I like your commitment. Just going for it. Man, I would really try to he's giving me time to find people. Yeah, I would try to find somebody with some experience for your GM, likewise for your bar manager, and then build it from there with your ownership. You're the ownership with the management. Because this is more of a one-on-one situation. I need to know more of the details. It's kind of hard. So I don't depending on where you're at, the town that you're in, the theme of the bar that you want to have, the type of the customers that you have coming in, all the help I need as far as feeling good about it. Experienced GM, bar manager, got it. Well, there you go, man. Lean on them, because they're going to be your guiding light. In terms of good ownership, don't over micromanage. Trust your employees and managers to do their job the way you've hired them to do. And yeah, focus on getting people in the front door. I'd say would be what you should focus on, is getting business in But if it's already coming in on autopilot and you have some good staff coming in, just make sure they're trained well. Are you not able to retain any of the people from the previous owner? Because that will feel slightly awkward. If it's the same place but a whole new staff, your customer base is going to be a little bit rattled by that and wondering what's going on. So I would be upfront with it. New ownership, new staff. I don't know, man. Got yourself a hell of a project there. So that's basically all I got for you at this level. There's not a whole lot I can do through a live stream to answer that question. So that's yeah. Lean on your GM, your managers, and your experienced staff. Keep in mind that it's all about the customer experience. Don't get wrapped up that you think it's about the people come for experience. They don't come because, I mean, they like the food, they like drinks, whatever, but it's always about experience. So make sure you have a really intent focus on customer service and customer experience. And you'll find your way, buddy. All right. So with that, how's the rest of the world out there? How the rest of y'all doing? I would say also, Amazing Callie, like, reach out to some other owners of establishments. You know, go sit with them, pick their brains. If you have money, like, pay a consultant to sit with you. I mean, you got a very serious. This is where, and I don't want to like freak you out or anything, but this is where the odds are unfortunately going not in your favor. Of not having any experience in this industry and coming in as an owner makes it extremely difficult. So you really need to trust your GM and your management and all that kind of stuff, because you basically don't know what you're doing at all. So I would also recommend you to get in with the nitty-gritty and learn the roles in the industry. Like, if you haven't done anything like in the service industry at all, train with the bussers, train with the hosts, train with the barbacks, train with the bartenders, train with the servers, train everything front of house so you understand it, and work shifts so you understand the customer interaction, you understand the challenges that people that work in this industry deal with. Otherwise, they're going to try to come to you with problems and you're just not going to be able to relate. But I think if you just remain focused on creating a good customer experience and trying to bring them back because they're having kick-ass experiences, then you'll be all right. Okay. What else is going on out there, y'all? Water's great. Alan Zamora. Hey, man, can you briefly explain what should go into a video resume? I love the idea, but I'm not sure how to go about it. If you go to the bartendingblueprint.com website, Alan, then you will, there's a little, you can like get free, you can, up in the navigation of the site, it says, let's see, let me pull up the actual page for you. I'll get the URL for you and we'll grab it. Make it easy for you. And it's just a free download and a video. Let's see here. It's a free test drive. So let's see, does this one talk about bartending school, be a good bartender? Oh, maybe I don't have it on here. It's on the inside of the program. Let's see here. This will start. Okay, so let's just answer the question. It's basically you're trying to show them your personality. So you want them to get a feel for who you are, right? Because you always get the job based on pretty much your personality. So one that I used to always do is like, hey, you know, so-and-so, my name is, and I would basically kind of a video format of your resume, but then at the same time giving them pieces of your personality. So you can tell them an interesting story about yourself, something you might have done that was cool from school or volunteering or who knows what. You saved an old lady crossing the street who's almost got hit by a bus, something like that. You want to highlight the fact that you're reliable, that you're a hard worker, that you have a good moral compass, and you want it to come across in a natural way. Now, a trick with video is to drastically improve the quality of it, is you need good sound, which I'm not doing on this because I don't have a proper mic hooked up. But sound and light, which I'm breaking both those rules in this environment, and a decent camera, which usually you can just use your phone, right? Most phones work great, and you can get like a audio recorder on Amazon pretty cheap. If you look up like a, you know, kind of just like a basic audio recorder, and you can set that down. But then that requires you to have like a software that into a video editing platform. An easier thing to do is just to get a mic that plugs into your phone head jack, you know, like the microphone jack. You can plug microphones in there. So find a microphone that works with your phone, and just like a little clip one, or it can sit on the desk, it doesn't really matter. And then just get in some good natural lighting, and make it short and sweet and to the point. And so that's where I will, that's my 2 cents about that. If you go into the program itself, then there's a full explanation, breakdown of what I recommend, and that's basically it. All right, so it walks you through mine, show them you're funny, and if that's your thing, and if you're not, then don't try to force it. Like, you want to be totally natural, because if you're not yourself, then that'll come across very quickly, and then it'll just be awkward, and then they won't call you. So do it, set it up, record it, and if you watch it, or if your friends watch it, have a friend watch it, and if they cringe, then try it again and get it right. So there you go. Let's see. Amazing Callie, you're welcome. Make sure it's all about the customer, not about me. Taught me that. Yep, absolutely, buddy. But it's also about taking care of your staff. Amazing Callie. Alif Denise, what up? Starting a bartending school this week. I hope I don't get disappointed. Hey, if it was a comfortable, easy one, thank you, Shake, for the link there. So you can definitely check out that one. Alan Zamora, the link that Shake put up. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Like I said, a little sniffle. Bartending school is cool. It's basically you're paying for you're paying for practice that is very similar to the experience of working in a bar. So I'm cool with bartending schools as long as it wasn't your last, $300, $400, $500 or whatever they are at the place that you're going to. And just have fun with it, for sure. Fritz Gerald Rios, hello, back, nice to see you live again. Yep, thank you. Shake is in the house. Yep, so cool. Good first round of questions. Amazing Callie, I appreciate your cojones to just jump in and go for it. That's awesome. You can do it. You can do it. So what else is new out there in the world? Anybody else get a job? Anybody else got anything new coming down the pipes? Shake, did you survive your blizzard? I don't know, last week you were waiting for the blizzard to come through. Is there 2 feet on the snow where you're at? It's gone from like winter earlier in the week here, and tomorrow and the next day are supposed to be like in the 70s. So we're kind of got the same thing going on. Melted by noon both days. Well, that's not that exciting. But at least you weren't buried in 2 feet of snow. right now. So, on this show, we usually talk about bartending, but we don't have to. Open format, question and answer. And we usually just go down the line. I am a little bit under the weather, as you can hear. I probably sound like I have socks stuffed in my nose, because I feel like I do. So if we have a mellow night, I might cut this one short this evening. So if you're watching and you have questions that you want to know, or if there's just something that you want to chat about with everybody here, then feel free to throw it out there. I don't know what else is going on in my world. Oh, so as you guys may know, the shift that I had from this industry now over to the cannabis industry, this weekend we have our Super Bowl 420 on Saturday. The weed Super Bowl in our shops is going to be crazy. So me personally, I've been working on all that stuff, getting that ready. Good fun. So that's a good time. And what about you guys? Anything new in the world of Bartending Pro viewers? You know, there's not a whole lot of exciting shit going on outside, at least that I'm aware of. Crazy flooding down in Midwest of the United States. And the seasons are starting to change, going from wintertime to springtime, which is usually a really good time to be looking for a job. So this is a great time of year to be getting out there. Yes, and going to the gym. Definitely going to be hitting the iron, getting that beach bod ready. But this is a good time of year to be thinking about applying for jobs, knocking on doors, because this is when, especially if you're living in a place that has any sort of tourist seasonality, or like in the summertime it's a little bit busier. Coming into spring, this is when people start to do their hiring. So this is a great time of year that you should be pounding the pavement if you're looking for a job. And don't wait. Like if you're like, well, I want to wait till I take this bartending school, or I want to wait till I learn a few more drinks. Don't wait. Don't wait. Just go start knocking on doors. Get out there. Even if you don't think you're ready, even if you don't have your resume or your video resume done, just go. And it's important to know the seasonality cycles. And spring coming into summer is a big hiring season in this industry for sure. So you got to take advantage while you can, because a lot of places will staff up for the summertime. And so knocking on doors, getting to know people that can give you a chance, now is the time. So definitely get out there, make it happen. All right. Katharina Galson. Butchered names. That's what I do. Hussein? Hussein? Galson? Anyway, I'll stop butchering your name, Katharina. I got the okay to start bartending shifts, but I keep getting let go. Wait a minute, what happened? I get the okay to start bartending shifts, but I keep getting let go. Like you keep getting to the point where you're going to start bartending and then you get fired? Or they keep like going, oh, just kidding, you can't bartend yet. Because if there's something where you keep getting there and you keep getting fired, then that's something where you need to, I would maybe look internally. Now, if it's something where they're just kind of holding that carrot in front of you and they're like, oh, you're going to be a bartender, like, oh, just kidding, then sit down with your manager. It's like, hey, look, are you going to let me do this or not? Let's figure this out. What are you worried? Are you trying to tell me I can bartend, but then not because you don't want me to leave, but you don't really want me to bartend, but you want me to stay here? Or do you not think I'm ready to bartend? Because I think I am. We can have that conversation. Like, sit down with your owners and managers. They're just people. That's how I've gotten everything in my career, was being upfront and approaching the owners and management at a place that I work at, and just expressing what my goals are, what my intentions are. Being the squeaky wheel. The squeaky wheel will always get the oil. I did a bartending shift on Tuesday, and after that they fired me. Well, I would see, yeah, exactly. I would go back in and see why, ask them why they fired you. But, and I'm not saying this is your case, but most of the time, in my experience, when you get fired, you know why. So if that's the situation, you need to figure out what you're doing to get fired, because there's something that's not matching up in your story. This is not a normal thing. There's something that's extremely unusual. You don't usually get brought in, trained, or prepped to bartend and get one shift and then get fired. That's not the way it goes. So if there's something that you need to figure out with your own situation, then I would suss that out. But otherwise, if you have no idea, you're like, I don't know, they just fired me out of nowhere, then try to go back and talk to them like, hey, look, you know, I'm not trying to get my job back. I understand you guys let me go, but I do really want to get into this industry. So if you wouldn't mind kind of filling me in on like what I did wrong, then that will give me an opportunity to fix it so that I can move forward and hopefully start, you know, bartending somewhere else. But I feel like there's some pieces of the puzzle that we're not being privy to here. So if you're completely in the dark, just try to go be humble and ask them to give you feedback as to what happened. And if you know what happened, then make sure you address that and don't do it anymore, kind of a thing. But that is extremely unusual, so I don't know. I'd be interested to know all the details here as to what's going on. Yeah, so that's pretty weird, super weird. What else is going on besides getting one bartending shift and getting fired? That sucks. Sorry to hear that happen, Katrina. Or is it Katrina? Where are you? Are you in the U.S.? Because if that's the case, if they don't have grounds, you could have a wrongful termination. I don't know. I think I was just not quick enough. Yeah, but still, that's not, I don't know. I mean, did you like lie on your resume? Like, oh, I got 5 years experience, and you have 0, and you got in at like a really busy place. Then I can see I'm in New York City, so they're just ruthless. That's probably the situation. Did you fudge your experience? Did you stretch the truth of what your experience was on your resume when you got the job there? Or is it just some cutthroat bar that you got hired at? And like, oh, she's cute, we'll give her a job. Oh no, she sucks, just kidding, you're fired. Because I don't know the laws in New York City. I would look into them. I don't know if you can do that. I mean, maybe you can, but I know if we just fired somebody with not a whole lot of reason, we could, at least at the bar that I worked at, granted this was in California, we would leave ourselves susceptible to lawsuits for just randomly firing people. You can't just fucking fire people. It is at will, and technically you could make a case. No, not at all. I told them I went to a bar school. Huh. Yeah, I definitely can't do that in Cali. Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird. Katrina, I don't know. Katrina. Yeah, I would try to go back and ask them what's up. I was just not quick enough. I mean, the good thing is that you got into a bar that was like way over your head, and so you have the allure, either your personality or your looks or something got you a job. And so take the confidence to know that you know how to get a job, right? Because you got hired. And just go to a place that's not quite so crazy. Like maybe start at a little something down a notch or two that you can handle the pace and that you can work your way into. Because I don't recommend anybody that is brand new to this industry to just go start at like a top level bar that's just fucking slamming busy in a place like New York or Vegas or, you know, any of the Miami or any of the major club town, major bar towns. If you don't have high volume experience, I don't, or if it's like your very first bartending job, I would not recommend, unless you're really, really confident that you can pull it off and you've been practicing like a ninja at home. You're like, I got this. Shake, will you grab that? The busy Friday night, Saturday night shifts. There's a video that I made, Katrina, that you might like, that will help you in terms of working in a busy bar. Because if that is your end goal, definitely don't give up on that, and you should keep working towards it. So, but yeah, you got to be, you know, if you don't have the high volume experience and you happen to get hired at like a slamming nightclub style place or like a super high volume place, they will not, especially if it's somewhere like New York City where they just have so many people, I'm sure, just coming through the doors nonstop wanting to work there. I can see them just being super ruthless and cutthroat. Like, nope, sorry, next, you're out of here. Look into the laws for like the labor laws in New York City is the other thing, because I don't know if they can do that. I don't know. I know in California we wouldn't be able to do that. So Lee Leland turned down a job. They wanted a bartender and waiter all in one. Fair enough, Lee. To each their own. Don't take any jobs that you don't want to do. However, if you are wanting to be a bartender and you don't have any experience, that was a gift to give you an opportunity to get into a place. Because once you start working, if you start kicking ass and you show that you know your stuff, and they maybe didn't have a position for a full-time bartender, maybe they only had a few shifts, but they wanted to give you a job. So like, well, we'll make you a bartender and a waiter. Or maybe that was what they needed. If you have the experience to be choosy, then no worries. If it was your first opportunity and you're looking for a job, I would have maybe said to take it, because you can always take the job, and then just because you get a job doesn't mean you have to stop looking for another one. Like if you really need a job and it's not the optimal one, you're like, all right, well, I'll just take it, because then you're at least working and making money and getting experience, but you can still continue to look for another job somewhere else. And obviously tell them when you get hired, like, man, how's the retirement benefits here? Like you're planning on sticking around forever. But secretly, on your days off, you're dropping resumes everywhere. They don't need to know that, but you don't have to disclose that either. So I would say, depending on your situation, you know, it's up to you. With limited experience when you're starting out, which I don't know if that's your case. A lot of time that is the situation for a lot of people that are watching this show or this channel. I always recommend just take the first thing that comes along, even if it's not bartending, because then you're in. And then you can show that you're a good worker, you can show you know your stuff, and then you can get promoted up eventually. And with that one, you're already halfway there. But to each their own, my friend. Night, new watcher here. Wanting to learn as much as possible before I actually go into bartending. Wanted to do for a chunk of my life, but I always pushed back away from peeps saying, pushed away by people saying it's too stressful. First of all, Night, watch that video right there that Shake just linked, or wherever I'm at on this page, somewhere over there. Staying calm during busy shifts. And I was just talking earlier that this is the best time of the year in most markets in the U.S. of when people are hiring. And one of the things that you'll hear me harp on, especially if you watch these live streams, which you can rewatch any of these, you can go back, you know, as you've seen, this is all I've been doing lately, but you don't wait, because you might miss an opportunity. You don't know what's out there. Go knock on doors, go drop resumes, go introduce yourself, start following up with people, even if you think you're not ready. Like, you guys are way more ready than I was when I started as a bartender, because you're like actively trying to educate yourself about the job and the position and the drinks and all that kind of shit. Like, I did nothing. I didn't know drinks. I didn't know how to pour. I didn't know shit when I went to my first bar shift. And I just figured it out. Because the other thing you'll realize is once you get into it, it's very simple. I mean, it's not easy. It can be difficult because it's busy and it's fast-paced, and it can be kind of stressful. That little how to stay calm on busy shifts will help a lot in handling busyness. But the actual nuts and bolts of what you're doing in bartending is very simple. This is a very, very, very basic job. So don't overcomplicate this. And that's another thing not my favorite thing about bartending schools is they overcomplicate the job. It's not that hard, especially when you're brand new. The type of bartending that you're going to do, just by the nature of the type of jobs that you'll be able to get, is going to be very basic. So don't forego practicing all summer and then try to get a job because you're going to miss the whole window. Go out there now, start dropping resumes and bang on doors, and start seeing what you can come up with. Katrina says, what do I have to do to be qualified to bartend on a major cruise ship? I do not know. I've never worked on a cruise ship. I know they generally like a little bit of experience. I know a few friends that have worked on them, and they told me they usually like a couple of years, like 1 or 2 years of experience. But it's, I've also never been on a cruise ship, so I can't tell you the type of bartending that they do on there. I would say it ranges from probably pretty ruckus to probably pretty mellow. So I'm sure there's a few levels of bartenders on cruise ships. I would recommend to go to the cruise ships, the cruise lines or whatever that you would be potentially interested in working for, and start researching online, like see what their hiring procedures are. See if you can find any like employee chat boards, search Reddit. There's Reddits for fucking everything. And see what you could come up with. The best source for the requirements of the cruise ship and hiring is going to be directly from them. And there you go. There's another good video, Shake, thank you, of being promoted to bartender from other jobs. Make sure you check that one out. Night. Yep, of course. I got a lot of stuff on watch later list. Awesome. Sweet. All about the cocktail. What up? Shake. Maybe they only have a bar back position open. That's dope. Take it. Yep, absolutely. Take it all. Get it going. Get started. Anna, dude, what up? My back has been killing me lately from behind the bar. My legs, feet, and back. I feel like grandma at 24. Any advice? Good shoes. Don't worry about wearing cute shoes because most people can't see them and they get filthy anyway. Find the best, most comfortable shoes you can find. Put insoles in them, and that will make a huge difference. Also, wear back brace. Look up on Amazon just like a cheap, not something gnarly, but just something that kind of supports you. Just a little back brace, knee braces if your knees hurt, and if you work in a place where you need to wear minimal or revealing clothing, then that might be a problem, but you usually wear stuff underneath. But yeah, bartending especially depends on how the bar is set up. Like the bar that I worked at, my last bar that I was at for 8 years was horrifically set up, just not well thought out, and so you're constantly hunched over, which is a common thing. You're just like constantly hunched over. The other thing, Anna, and this is kind of like unrelated. This is about just keeping your back strong, because I just actually am going through a recovery of a re-injury. I've had an ongoing back issue for 10 or 12 years. Largely exacerbated because of this industry, I think. Sorry, guys, excuse me. But there's a training that I found, and this is the best thing for keeping your back healthy, hands down. I've done everything, all of it, short of, you know, going to a doctor to tell me I need back surgery. But look out that foundation training right there. Any of you guys that have back problems, get on that. It's like $15 a month, and they're just these little simple, weird isometric exercises, and they strengthen the posterior chain, like the back side of your body, because our whole lives, modern society, has us hunched over, and so that's why everybody has fucking chronic back problems. Yep. Oh yeah, I see a chiro right now. I'm seeing a chiro like 2 or 3 times a week. And then I'll cut back to once a week, and then I'm always on it like once a month. So I do chiro, acupuncture, inversion tables, and traction therapy, massage. I've done everything, and that is definitely, hands down, far and away the best thing that I've found to fix my back, without a doubt. So anyway, sorry about the back tangent, but hey, we all might have back problems someday. Go try that shit out. And Lee Leland, I'm retired, I can be picky. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. Well, no worries then. No worries, Lee. No worries at all. If it's just a fun social one and you're trying to just get a cool situation, then I'm with you. Take your time. Find a fun situation. If I was retired and I was going to go bartend, I would look into like a place that was tied to my like hobbies. Like me, I like playing golf, so I would go like maybe to a golf course and see if you can, because then you'll get not only working as a bartender and, you know, that whole gig, but you'll also get free golf. So think about that. You like bowling? Try to get a job in a bowling alley. You know, think about trying to tie it to some other interest that you have. Just food for thought. Something so small can make a world of difference. Yeah, absolutely. Insoles, yeah, ankle supports. So there you go, you know. Support all the joints that hurt. It can make a big difference. Don't be afraid to take a hot bath with Epsom salt afterwards. Depending on what state you are in, if you are in a recreational legal state for cannabis, they make these bath bombs that you put in that are infused with like cannabis stuff, and it doesn't get you high or anything, but man, it's fantastic. I take those when just like if I've been snowboarding or surfing a bunch and my whole body just feels like it's been went through fucking football practice at 42 years old, then I'll take a bath with one of those, and it's infused with like Epsom salts and all kinds of other cool stuff with the magic of like CBD and cannabis goodies in there, and some good shit. Definitely chiros help everyday health. Chiros can help with everyday health too, not just injuries or problems. Yep, absolutely. Golf bars. We have a golf bar near me that's hiring. Yeah, good day after longboarding. Right on. Yeah, take care of the body, especially at 24, because you're in the invincible stage of your life when nothing is supposed to hurt. It does hurt. That's not true. My body hurt all the time at that age, but it's because you're using it. So do what you need to do to take care of it. The other thing, obviously, is just keeping it strong. So just going to the gym on the regular and lifting weights. I know women have this weird thing, and it's because my wife, she has it, and like she works in the fitness industry. That women have this weird thing in their head that they don't want to lift weights because they think they're going to get buff, which is not true. The girls that you see that are really buff have extremely specific routines, diets, and most of them are taking crazy supplements. Unless you are a very teeny tiny sliver of humans that have that natural body type as a woman, which you would know, you're not going to turn into some big buff person. And staying strong, keeping your body strong through like weightlifting will do amazing things for all that shit. It'll just keep everything strong. So, all right, enough about everybody's like, are we talking about bartending? We're talking about exercising. Like I said, we talk about anything on this show. Usually we talk about bartending. But when my friend Anna here is talking about she's got a bad back, we'll talk about weightlifting, or we'll talk about eating good, because that's key. Brett Hollis jumping in with a $2 tip. My man. Barrett. Sorry. Barrett Hollis. What are your thoughts on the new trend of barcade? Oh, man. I just fucking basically retired from the industry. I don't even know what barcade is. The original arcade bar. Oh, it's a bar game? Meh. I think it'd be like a video game. That's basically what I would say. Does it teach you cocktails? That can be kind of cool. Right? The original arcade bar. Wait, I'm trying to... What is it here? It's the original arcade bar. A combination of bar and arcade with a focus on classic arcade games and American craft beer. There are currently 7 locations in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. All locations are owned and operated by 4 company founders, blah, blah, blah. So is it designed to train you? No, this looks like... Oh, it's like a bar and arcade. The original arcade bar. Oh, okay. My brain thought like arcade game that was teaching you how to be a bartender. And that's not right, right? That's not what we're talking about here. You're welcome, Anna. Bought a wellness mat for myself. I'll get right back to you, Barrett. Hold tight. Bought a wellness mat for myself for work, and my coworkers are giving me a hard time. I told them that I would have to last. I had the last laugh when their bodies are messed up in 10 years, for sure, 100%. So, all right, let's go back to this barcade thing. Barcade, the original arcade bar. So, okay, so this is where it just was. Same. I'm kind of confused. So is it a bar that is an arcade? Because this has... All right, so it's... I mean, it's just a bar that's got a lot of arcade games. Is that basically what's happening? That's cool. I mean, a lot of bars already have that, but just not to that extent. So, barcades, that's cool. I mean, I'd go hang out there. Just because I like video games and I like going to a bar sometimes. Arcades, pinball, skee-ball, booze. Sounds like a good combo to me. I mean, hell, I'd go. See, it seems like if I was going to open a bar, that wouldn't be one of my first things that I was looking at necessarily, like if that's kind of the angle of your question, but and maybe just strictly in terms of like going to them and hanging out. They look cool because I like old school video games and arcade games. Let's see here. Barcade. Oh, dude, there's one here in Bend. I need to go fucking check it out. What? All right, now I got something to do. Wait, no. Hold on. Maybe they lied. Vector or is this a barcade? I don't know. Sun River VR. No, this is all kinds of weird stuff. Hold on. Barcade, Bend, Oregon. Yeah, what's up with that? Reviews on Barcade in Bend, Oregon. Huh. I think those are just the keywords that are pulling it up near me. I got excited. I was going to go check out a barcade. I don't think that's happening. Damn it. Man, what a letdown. Now I want to go check this out, Barrett. Thank you for introducing me to barcade. I think it'd be fun. I think the environment... I don't know. I'd have to go check it out. Vector Volcano Arcade. Has this place got a bar? It looks like pinball. Chill out for 3 hours. The roll of quarters. Rad spot for games and adult beverages. There we go. Okay, I found one. Barcade. I'm gonna go try it out. Vector Volcano. I'm gonna check it out and I'm gonna report back next week, Barrett, and let you know my thoughts. I like that idea. I think it's cool. Are these things popping up all over the place or something? This is like hot new trend. Ranges style from super geek to super hipster. Not surprised. If they can hipsterify anything that's happening in popular culture, they'll do it, right? Shake's talking, that's my jams. I like it. It's like small scale Dave and Buster's. Yeah, exactly. I was just going to kind of say, it's like, isn't that like what Dave and Buster's is? But massive. Because Dave & Buster's is pretty badass. I know they've got a couple of fun ones down in San Diego that we used to go to. Bar with a giant arcade around it and pinball machines. OneUppercadeBar.com. What's this one? The One Uppercade Bar. Is this the one next to your place, Shake? Their website doesn't want to load. They might have a cool bar, but their website won't load. Get a few of them around you. Oh, wait, there it goes. There it goes. Come on, baby, come on. We're using all the Wi-Fi juice, live streaming, and listening to music. Watch, it's going to get all glitchy now. Oh, wait. It's coming up. The One Up Arcade Bar. Denver's best bar in arcade. One Up Arcade Bar. Man, their site is way too slow. Taking too long. Lost me. You lost me. Let's see here. Bar with arcade around it. Arcades, pinball, skee ball, booze. 1,000 points. Looking into opening one. There you go. I don't know, Barrett. It comes down to your knowledge about the industry. I would say that do you have a lot of experience in the service industry and bars and running bars? If you're more of an arcade fan and you want to start a bar, I would be very cautious. But if you do have a lot of experience in the bar world and you know what you're doing, then I'd say fucking go for it, man. It looks cool. The trick with any establishment in the service industry, restaurants, bars, clubs, it's all location. So you really got to do your homework about the place that you're going into, foot traffic, your neighbors, the types of clientele in the area. You really got to do your homework. That's kind of where that's kind of the make or break with a place. Which sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people just don't do it because they get over enamored with their own idea to the point that they are blinded to the warning signs that they would have seen if they would have done their homework. So just make sure you do your homework, and it should be a good time. Holy shit! Last call, y'all. Last call for questions. Started talking about arcades and fixing backs and shit. Yeah, there just has cool, man. Sounds dope. Yeah, I agree with Shake. I think it'd be a good time. Get on it, Barrett. Let me know where you're opening it up. Come check it out. We'll come do a Bartending Pro feature over at Barrett Hollis's Barcade. Yeah, of course, Knight. Anytime. That's why I'm here. Share the love that I got stuffed in this head. So much to share. Unfortunately, I've done it for so damn long that I've yet to run into a question that I haven't really been able to answer. Which I guess that's a good thing, right? Yes, that's why this channel is still alive. Barrett Hall is 16-bit in Dublin is pretty tight. Nice. I like it. I want to check it out. Andrew Theocaris? Man, butcher names. Hi, watching from the UK. New to the bar world. I'm in a bar back. Hoping to be bartender. One day your videos help a lot. Thanks for everything. Keep up the good work. My man, Andrew. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, you're welcome, Barrett. Report back. Let us know how it goes. Come touch in, because it was a perfect place to plug that we do these every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. That's West Coast United States time, Pacific United States time. And make sure to, sorry, I was reading the question there. Make sure you guys follow all the social media stuff at Bartending Pro, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Main ones are obviously YouTube and Instagram. And thank you, my man Shake, for helping out. But yeah, Barrett, come report back on a following Tuesday after this one. Let us know how it goes, or let us know how your research or when you're opening the place. Appreciate the kind words. And with that, I think we're going to call it, everybody. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, my man Shake, for moderating. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I appreciate it. Remember, this is a great time of the year to get out there and start knocking on doors, pounding the pavement, and dropping resumes, and then following up, right? Because people are hiring for the uptick in business coming into the summer season, and now is the best time of the year for you to find a job in this industry, at least in the Northern Hemisphere and in the United States. You know, there could be different rules for that, but all right. You, what's up, Nicola? No, I'm finishing up the show. It's my homie over here, Ryan. Say hello. Yo.
Hey, what's up? Cool. Just checking.
Cool. All right, you guys. Have a good week. I will touch base with you next Tuesday. Oh, you want to see the doggies? There's the doggies. Eve. There's two of them. There's one.